if I had to point out one thing that's a major concern for us, and it has been these last 5 games, probably our transition defense. That's the number one thing right now. When you look up and we're playing well, I think half court wise, when you give teams that many layups in transition, it's really disturbing. So that's one thing we got to look at the film, address that. If we can do a better job of getting back on defense, limiting those easy opportunities, then we'll give ourselves a better chance.
You talking about how it's difficult to get the schemes right defensively and things like that, but train decent defense, that's basically wanna.
That's basically, I think getting back, talking, matching up with the nearest guy, loading up to the ball, helping one another. That's just basic. When the ball goes up, you either go and get the rebound or you getting back. It's one of the two things. And on the most part, it's got to come from us guys on the perimeter. We have to do a better job of getting back between the 1, the 2, and the 3, the point guard, 2 guard, myself. Because most of the times that our big men are crashing the offensive rebounds, but if they're not there, they got to get back also.
Another thing that's concerning is how effective the team is with KG off the floor, how ineffective, you could say. Do you see any solution to that?
Well, it's just that we got to put the time in and practice figuring out, the second unit. But that's going to come. That's not something. Our identity is going to be a defensive team first. And we got the talent offensively to where we think it'll come together. We got to do a better job at sharing the ball, making the extra passes. But the main concern is the transition defense and also rebounding the ball.
Well, if your transition defense comes along, how much of an impact does it have on your offense and getting easy buckets on the other end?
Well, it gives us a chance to get out and run ourselves. When we're sitting there and we're giving up layups and teams are shooting a high percentage and we're forced to come down and set something up every time their defense is loaded, it's a little bit more difficult to score. You get easier opportunities when you get the ball in transition. So if we're able to get stops, get out in transition to where Rondo is one of the great point guards in this league, and doing that, we give ourselves a better chance on that end of the court also.
How patient are you with this right now?
I'm very patient. I understand that it's a process. We're only 5 games in. We're still building. Even though we lost today, we're down. There's some positive things that can come from that. And so, it's still a long season. We still got to get some things together. Maybe a road trip like this one against 2 pretty good teams can solve it. And so we'll see.
If you hadn't been around the league for this long, would you be as patient as you are right now with this?
Excuse me. I've been a patient person for the most part. The thing is, you just got to talk it out. Young teams, they get frustrated with one another. They start pointing the finger, and you can't do that. That's a losing team. That's losing genetics, and we don't have that in here. We're a team that's just going to try to solve it by talking to one another, trying to figure out what we got to do to get better and build from there.